didn't. It was an advantage to you. Now, if you're telling me that they've got to win 4 in 4 days and you're sitting there on Sunday, okay, I get that there might be some tired legs, but I think right now, at the start, it's an advantage for the Billikens because they found a way to grind out a victory over Richmond last night.
Took a little while, as you discussed yesterday, for the Billikens to work it inside to French and make him a focal part of the offense. They get it to him right away, blocked by Toppin. You talked about his dunks. You didn't tell me he was going to block the first shot.
Boy, and that, watch him. He's not the primary defender. He comes over and gets it as a secondary help defender. Love it.
6'9", 220. The freshman, it's 1 against 1. Toppin against DJ Foreman underneath. Back out to Foreman. Not where he wants the ball, looking to get rid of it. Does so to Goodwin. Pulls up for 3, well short. Shot clock violation.
Well, they were a little out of sync once they got the shot block, and they never really attacked again. Got to go right back in, dive it right back into the post, and then kick it back out.
Dayton comes in as the #1 scoring team in the A-10. However, Cap, it's interesting. You look at the individual scores. They don't have a single player in the top 10. There's 6 players that average between 8 and 14.
Okay, they're a very unselfish basketball team, but I'm just telling you, Obi Toppin sitting at home going, does he score enough? Yes, trust me. He will be a really good player at the next level.
Shot clock down to 1 for Crutcher. Didn't know it. Cunningham didn't get it off. 2 possessions in this game, 2 shot clock violations.
There is a really good article in the Dayton Daily News today, and they talked to Obi's mom. I believe her name is Ronnie. She said, from my perspective, I want him to go back to school. He has grown so much. He has matured so much, and there's still room for more of that, and I think he needs another year at Dayton. He was non-committal today when he was asked by the media. We'll see. Look, I think as from a scouting perspective, another year would be great for him, but he's got a lot of skills.
And his Flyers coming back with it. He's gotten better as the season has gone on. 14-point average for the season, but in the last 14 games, he's just under 18 points. So not only a strong freshman season, one that's ascended as it's gotten longer. It's like he knew we were talking about him. Knocks down to 3.
He is a stud. He, Charlie Brown, I mean, NBA scouts have plenty of guys to look at.
Great move by French. Rebound to Cunningham. All right, Cam, so I mentioned that Dayton leads the A-10 in scoring. They also lead the A-10 in shooting percentage. #2 in the nation, only behind Gonzaga. Just over 50%. Mike Sell for 3, a little long. Rebound Foreman.
Because Dayton does a good job at getting good shots. I think Anthony Grant has really stressed, we need better shots.
Isabel forced that one. Rebound to Crutcher, quarterback of this Dayton offense. All the way in. Late pass. And that's a turnover. Nice job by Jordan Goodwin. Kicks it to Best, finds himself wide open. Conference Defensive Player of the Year, has his first 3 of the night.
Good decision there to look down the court. There's nothing wrong with taking a fast break 3.
Near turnover there. And
Mike Sell stepped on the sideline. Watch Obi ask for the basketball. Okay, now give it to me. Get it to me. Rise up. Boom.
Doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he makes them. He's now 9 for 16 from long range this year.
This is what we like to call a stretch 4.
French, anybody want to step in front of that? Rims out. Rebound on Mike Sell. Flyers 5 trips with the ball, 3 turnovers.
They need to keep getting French opportunities. I know he missed that one. Got to keep going to it.
Crutcher, patient play. He wanted to pass that first, but realized he was open and connected with the floater.
Isabel, I don't know if he's cramping.
Crutcher averages 13 points a game. There's his first 2. #2 in the Atlantic 10. Just under 6 assists per game, and his assist to turnover ratio a little bit over 2 to 1 as well. Just what you'd expect from a point guard of a team that comes in with 21 wins.
Got Thatch, number 20, in now for St. Louis, and he can shoot the basketball from 3.
Jordan Goodwin backs up, air ball, the rebound to Jordan Davis. Crutcher has a 2, Toppin has a 3. Good look inside to Josh Cunningham.
That's why they have such a great shooting percentage. They make the extra pass.
Was yesterday 22 points and 12 boards. He made 11 out of 16 shots last night, and he's off to just an 0 for 3 start. We'll see if they continue to work it to him down low.
I would. I'd continue to force them to guard him.
Goodwin had double figures in rebounds last night at 6'3". This is Bess. He's short. And Goodwin with another board.
Really good rebound.
Foreman left open. There he works it back inside. Takes it back. Obi Toppin with his second block tonight. Crutcher pushes it up, and Jordan Davis just never had his footing.
Okay, here comes the block, and then I want you to watch number 1 sprint down the court. I mean, this is a guy who gets after it. Look at that. Look at the effort out of a big man like that. It's just sensational.
It's incredible. 7 different times he's received a conference honor this season. The last 3 weeks in a row, he's been the Rookie of the Week.
He doesn't look, he doesn't celebrate. He just puts his head down and let's go.
2 impressive blocks already. His team up by 4. Looking to join Rhode Island, St. Bonaventure, and Davidson. All 3 of those teams have made it to the semifinals. Rhode Island beating number 1 seed VCU in the first of 4 games here today. French with it up top. Early 3 missed by Wiley. And it comes back to Dayton.
Almost looked like Hassan French had tipped that off of Dayton, but they didn't get the call.
St. Louis, cold start. They've made 1 out of 10 shots. Let's see if Dayton can stay hot. They're 3 out of 4. Mikesell penetrates out to Crutcher. Davis from the corner, in and out. Rebound to Goodwin. Goodwin to Best, thought about the 3. He has 2 points tonight. Quick pull up. And Toppin with a rebound.
That's not a good shot.
Quick 2.
Contested, quick, nobody touches it.
Toppin draws the foul against French. 2 different types of players there going one-on-one.
You've got power against length and athleticism.
First foul called against St. Louis, 2 against Dayton. And French goes to the bench. Yet to make a shot after 22 points last night. Crutcher to Cunningham. Well, Toppin looks bigger than that 6'9". He's already made 1 3. He's now 1 for 2.
Doesn't Toppin look like he's
looks like he's about 7 feet tall?
Yes.
Yep. Isabel with it, averaging over 20 points per game the last 7. There's his first 3 tonight.
Cramps? What cramps? They had him on the ground over there working on his hamstring, and he popped back up, set him ready to go.
At 17 last night, the Billikens needed that 3 as they started out just 1 for 11. They're fortunate to be down just 1. Cunningham to Mikesell. Shot clock at 10. Kicks it back out for an open 3. Jordan Davis makes good.
I saw Jordan Davis's parents at the hotel that we're staying at. And they said, we came in from South Carolina. We're so excited. He loves it at Dayton. They were happier than he wants to be in the postseason.
Isabel for another three. Misses that one. Strong rebound underneath by Foreman. Draws a foul.
Now they needed this three from Isabel. Goes and gets it. This is from way downtown. And then you go inside, you go out. Look at that open look. By driving the ball and kicking to the off wing, you get an open look.
Davis with an early three after scoring just 6, 0, and 5 points in the last 3 games. Averaging just under 10 points per game for the Flyers. St. Louis beat Richmond last night. Used a late 12-2 run to erase a deficit. Meanwhile, it's Dayton's first game of the tournament, coming in as the 3 seed. Shot clock down to 5. Foreman off the glass, no. Also no with the follow. Jalen Crutcher with it. Davis again. In and out. Toppin bats it. Here come the Billikens. They don't have numbers, so Thatch will just pull it back out. Goes underneath. Isabel. A quick 5 points.
I think St. Louis done a great job on the defensive glass, and now you're going to get an offensive foul.
Nice job by DJ Foreman drawing that one from Obi Toppin.
Here comes the charge. Put it on the deck. When the shoulder goes down, you're not going to get the call. Even if the defender's not completely set, not going to get the call.
It used to be you had to be completely set. Correct. No matter what the offensive player is doing.
Back when we were playing, you had to have your feet nailed to the ground.
Flyers right now, 4 field goals made and 5 turnovers. Isabel is 5 points. Finds his way all the way in and one. Draws the foul from Toppin.
I like when this kid puts it on the deck. He's really tough. I think he settles for 3 sometimes too much, and he has this ability to do this. Has the defender on his hip, protects the ball like a big man, scores and goes to the line.
Transfer from Drexel, averaged 21 points his final season there. In the last 7 games here in St. Louis, also averaging 21 points. He has the last 8 points of the game. The Billikens find a way to come back on top. They lead by 1. Dwayne Cohill is checked into the game now for Dayton. 6'2" freshman guard. Crutcher to Davis to Toppin. Back up top to Crutcher. Trey Landers also in. Toppin benefits from a nice look from Landers.
How about that ball movement? And he doesn't put the ball on the deck. He catches it, keeps it where a guard can't get it.
Cohill comes up with a steal all the way to the bucket, up and in. 2 quick baskets for the Flyers. They go from down 1 to up 3. Isabel, 8 points already. Misses that one. It's batted up. Goodwin, strong rebound, up and in. What a 6'3" guy getting rebounds underneath. He had double digits in boards last night. Second leading rebounder on the team behind Hassan French. Crutcher for 3. Drains it. Dayton has scored on their last 3 possessions.
Dayton's so dangerous because they can score inside, they move the ball, and then somebody rises up and buries one. You go, what do you want me to stop here?
French looking for his first basket. Gives it up to Isabel. And he loses it to Cohill. He has 2 steals here after he's just checked in. Crutcher to Landers, and Crutcher's drew the foul there. Dayton offense heating up here, Cap.
And they've got a smorgasbord of ways that they can score.
Former team Davidson in the game before this one beat St. Joe's. They're on to the semifinals. They'll play the winner of this game That'll come after the first semifinal game, which will feature St. Bonaventure and Rhode Island. Rhode Island beat #1 seeded VCU. So all those good passes we saw led to that one bucket. It's also led to the very good shooting. You saw there in the graphic before we went inside the huddle, they shoot over 50%. Called timeout now to Dayton, and they've made 7 out of 11 to start tonight. Anthony Grant will talk it over with his Dayton Flyers.
The only adventure sales event is happening now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Good look there at the top scorer in this game, Tremaine Isabel from St. Louis. He has 8 points. His teammates combined have only 5. Shot clock down to 10. Inside of 10 now for Dayton. Crutcher has 1 3. That one long. Back come the Billikens.
It's a good defensive possession for the Billikens. They contested the passes in the lane, and then they contested the shot, came up with the rebound.
Isabel to Bess. Foul called away from the ball against Dayton. Goes against Josh Cunningham, big fella inside, his first tonight.
He's from Chicago Morgan Park High School. They've won 5 state championships. They're playing for another one, I believe, this weekend in the last 7 years.
You gonna fly back and go to the game?
We end up going on Saturday.
Consider it. Goodwin, good skip pass there to Thatch Jr. It's long. Rebound to Mike Sell. And he gives it up to Dwayne Cohill. Finds a way to get it back to Crutcher. Runs the show here for this Flyer offense. Mike Sell to Landers. They're approaching that 10 pass mark once again on this possession. Shot clock down to 8. Crutcher from way downtown, in and out. Rebound to Goodwin. Doesn't have numbers. We'll see if he pushes it anyway. He does. And French with a rebound. Had 12 of those last night. Isabel has 10 points.
Man, he is, I told you earlier, he's really tough inside. And if he doesn't settle for the 3 and he attacks, he is a really good scorer.
Offensive rebounds, and that's a nice job by Landers. His first bucket. 6 offensive rebounds for St. Louis, top rebounding team in the A-10. 0 offensive boards so far for Dayton. That's really what won him the game last night. Goodwin all the way in, a little too much. Landers with the rebound, the top rebounder for this Flyers team. Here comes Crutcher. A little bit too much for Josh Cunningham, another turnover.
Watch Isabel's last bucket. I mean, this is the smallest guy on the court, perhaps. And that's just a tough shot. Gives you a little flex.
Only player in this game in double figures right now with 10 points. He's made 4 out of 7 shots. Just saw Dayton turn it over. They've had a little bit of an issue with that tonight. 6 turnovers already. And there's a turnover for St. Louis.
Tried to do a little too much there. Move the ball, get into the half court. Don't forget about Big 11.
I mentioned Isabel for St. Louis is 4 out of 7. The rest of the team just 2 out of 16. Cohill trap, gets it out to Davis. Penetrates the floater, tough shot for 2. It's the largest lead of the game so far for Dayton at 6.
St. Louis needs to get some touches here. You need to get everybody involved and get a really good, productive possession.
Leading scorer from last night, French, number 11, who has the ball, hasn't made a shot yet. Tries to get one there, off the board. He's 0 for 4. How do you not love Jordan Goodwin at 6'3", getting another offensive rebound? Back in for 2.
That's 7 on the offensive glass.
And Cunningham fouled as he was going to the bucket.
You got to have
Billiken is.
Billiken is. So they had a football coach named John Bender. and a local store had a Billiken as a mascot, and they said, you know what? You look like the Billiken. We'll call them Bender's Billikens. That was the football team. It stuck, and they ended up making it the mascot of all the school teams.
When you host a radio show, you need all kinds of information like that.
Yes, you do.
Anybody who likes Chicago sports should get one night with Dave Kaplan. It's a lot of good nuggets in there.
We have fun. Thanks.
Goodwin back with it. St. Louis only trailing by 4. Shooting only 7 out of 25. Goodwin up. Missed that one. And Foreman fighting for it. That ball's going to come back to Dayton. 16 fouls right now against the Flyers, and only 3 called against St. Louis.
Foreman hit the deck hard. Real good defense by Ryan Mikesell, an all-academic performer in the league, and then 2 guys get tangled up, and that can really be scary.
So you think Dayton, as the 3 seed with 21 wins coming in, 13-5 in the conference, needs to run the table here, 3 victories tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday to get in?
They certainly are going to be paying attention to scores, and if they see any of the big names get knocked out. Kansas State lost tonight. They're co-champ in the Big 8, or excuse me, Big 12 now. So they're going to get an at-large. You want great teams to win conference tournaments and not have a fluke that might not otherwise get in.
Top seeded VCU went down to 8th seed Rhode Island, the first game of the 4 here today. Also lost their top player.
Yeah, Mark Savage went down, and it was ugly.
Mikesell, touch shot, a little too much. Then he ties it up. Possession will stay here.
I think it's the right call, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think he fouled him.
Take a look here.
No, he just came in and got the ball.
Yeah.
DJ Foreman wasn't expecting. Crutcher wants the pass, finds Toppin. Collision there with DJ Foreman. And Toppin comes up limping.
Wow, they're going to call an offensive foul there?
A foul against Obi Toppin. Wow.
Okay, look, I don't spend broadcast criticizing officials. That's an awful call. That call is awful.
And that's an awful scene for Dayton fans. Ran into DJ Foreman, 6'8", 240.
There's no chance in any game that that's a charge.
14 foul called against St. Louis. Pardon me, 6 foul called against Dayton. That's a runner. And Isabel stays hot.
Yeah, Will Chamberlain's wearing his uniform today. He operates in there like he's 6'9".
A block called there against Javon Bess.
There's no elbow to the head. There's no contact above the shoulders. There's no reason to review anything.
Well, they did call it a St. Louis timeout, and perhaps that was the part of that whole equation that made Travis Ford upset. So here we go. Shot clock down to 17. Dayton leading now only by 2. Winner moves on to the semifinals to take on Davidson tomorrow. Ball kick there. Shot clock goes back to 20 seconds. Dayton still shooting better than 50%, just like they do for the season. Number 2 in the nation that way. They made 9 out of 17. Looks pretty good next to St. Louis, 8 out of 27. But Isabel, leading scorer in this game, kicked that one out. Had a shot himself at a layup. Tipped up and in by Goodwin. And St. Louis has tied this game.
That was an outstanding read by Isabel. That's a scouting report read. He knew they were going to toss it to the wing. Phew. Step right in the lane and go.
St. Louis showing a lot of perseverance here in this first half. Landers back out to Davis. Called for the travel.
Watch this. He knows they want to get it in somebody's hands. They're going to toss it right out there. Their safety release is Cunningham. Best, good discipline, doesn't charge, crash the glass, and there's your tip in by Goodwin. Cunningham, best, good discipline, doesn't charge, crash the glass, and there's your tip in by Goodwin.
Goodwin continuing to play just like he did last night when he had 9 points and 10 rebounds. He has 6 points and a game-high 6 rebounds so far. Isabel way long with that 3 attempt. And coming up with it underneath, he'll go to the line. That's DJ Foreman.
I'll be honest with you, Dayton's getting out-fought right now. Dayton is getting out-fought by St. Louis on the glass here. That's a loose ball. There's 3 white shirts. There's 1 black and blue shirt, and guess who came away with it? It's just want to.
Sometimes it just comes down to that.
It is.
DJ Foreman at the line, 53% free throw shooter. Misses the first one. I want to back up to the scene we saw a couple of moments ago, Cap. It's Anthony Grant, head coach for Dayton. The head coach for St. Louis, Travis Ford, was upset about the foul timeout situation. We said that St. Louis had been charged a timeout. Well, it's now been decided they will not charge St. Louis a timeout for that hold.
Right, because the officials went to the monitor, and they can't use the monitor in that situation unless they're checking for something flagrant.
Both teams have 3 timeouts left. Billikens up by 1. Jalen Crutcher kicks it back out to Mike Self. Jordan Davis short. And the rebound to Isabel. Isabel with a difficult runner. And the follow once again by Jordan Goodwin. 8 points, 7 boards.
And that is his 3rd stick back of a missed shot.
Billikens by 3 as we're now inside of 4 minutes left in the first half.
With Obi Toppin on the bench, they are really struggling to initiate their offense.
Crutcher, quick trigger, bottom of the net, and the lead is 1. Crutcher's been on the bench since that collision under the basket with DJ Foreman a few minutes ago.
I believe they just warned Travis Ford.
0.
How about 10-0, and in second chance points, 11-0.
Wow. Good to see him smiling there, although that's a grimace. I think the one before that he might have been smiling, talking to the trainer.
There's a smile that I think I'm okay. Oh, maybe
and how it hurts
a little bit.
Averaged 17.5 points the last 14 games. Dayton would love to see him get back in the game. Anthony Grant has watched the Billikens get hot here recently. We talked about the offensive boards. They're on a 9-2 run to lead here by 1 inside of 3.5 minutes until halftime. The pull up by Bess, his 2nd bucket tonight. St. Louis lead back to 3. Mike Sell hasn't scored yet tonight. Inside to Cunningham. Guarded by Goodwin, much smaller. Cunningham takes advantage with the 2.
He is not a high flyer, but he's a powerful man down low. Great hands.
6'8" against 6'3" there in the paint. Isabel with the ball, top scorer in the game. He has 12. Inside to Bess, guarded by Davis. Steps back. And a rebound to Mike Sell. Flyers now with a chance to take a lead. Crutcher right back to Mike Sell. In and out. Rebound Bess. Isabel guarded by Cohill. Terrific defense there. Cunningham rebound. Back to Crutcher. Two-minute mark now. St. Louis leading Dayton by 1. We've already seen one upset here today. Top-seeded VCU went down to Rhode Island.
They're going to get Cunningham here for an offensive foul. Dayton, 8 of 9 from 2, 3 of 12 from 3.
Wow.
Watch Cunningham here. Sees a double team, and before it can really react, he just overpowers Goodwin to get the deuce. 3 of 12 from 3.
St. Louis just 2 out of 7 from 3. They're 11 for 35 from the field. They've been kept in by the rebounding from Goodwin and the scoring from that man right there. Isabel has a game-high 14 points. Cohill thought about the 3. Back to Mike Sell to Crutcher. Shot clock now to 10. Crutcher kicks out to Davis, left wide open, nails it.
Young man out of South Carolina. Got a good look, and where did they take it, Paul? Right through the paint and then kick it out.
We've been gifted with another good game here now inside a minute left in the first half. 3 seed and the 6 seed all tied at 28. Isabel to Best. Shot clock at 6. Best pushed off. Called for the foul.
Well, watch the drive and kick. Best way to a perimeter look, take it toward the hoop and then get a shooter spotted up. At the other end, you cannot use that off arm. Get off of me. See you later. That was Michael Jordan to win in '98 over Brian Russell.
And a few other times, likely.
No, Michael never pushed off.
Second foul called against Javon Best. "14-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock as we approach 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Crutcher all the way in. Pretty finish there. And Dayton retakes the lead.
I would think Isabel's going to try and drive this thing, get himself into the paint.
Already has 14 points. Down to 3 seconds. Up. He'll shoot 2. A strong but graceful move there at the finish, and we'll see if he can make these 2 to tie it up.
Well, you watch at the top of the key, he may have gotten away with a shove on Cohill. We already saw one call the last possession down on Bess, and on this possession, he was not going to be denied, but a lot of contact.
17 points last night, already has 14 here tonight, make it 15. Easily a game high. No other player for either team in double figures. Well on his way to hitting that 21-point average that he's hit in the last 7 games. Crutcher with one final chance. Oh, almost. 1-point game at halftime. Anthony Grant's Flyers lead 30-29.
For the first half, he is back on the court right now. We'll see how he moves. He's shaking those legs. He had knocked knees on an offensive foul call, but he's back in. That's good to see.
Those numbers in yellow for a reason. 10 offensive rebounds for St. Louis. They are the #1 offensive rebounding team in the A-10, but right now Dayton has 0. They've also been to the free throw line 0 times. They average 18 per game. Toppin back in. We just talked about him. Gets the first rebound of the second half. Toppin has on two different shoes right now coming out of the halftime locker room. Black shoe on the left and white on the right. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. Crutcher to Toppin. Shots long, rebound. St. Louis to DJ Foreman. We'll see if they get number 11, Big Hassan French, involved. Remember, 22 points, 12 boards last night. He has not scored tonight. He also only has 1 rebound.
Yeah, I'd probably go at DJ Foreman to see what Obi Toppin's got defensively here. Is he moving well enough? Can he get a wide base? Be interesting to see.
Shot clock down to 5. Isabel gains leading score, throws it off the foot of Jordan Davis. Shot clock resets to 20.
Right, gets him a fresh 20 seconds when it was down to 3.
Isabel and Goodwin in that first half, they were a combined 10 out of 21. All their teammates were 2 out of 15.
Took some tough shots.
Yes, right?
Zone defense out of Dayton. A 3-2.
Shot clock down to 4. Over to Bess. Beats Toppin to the sideline. Pull up, no. And the foul against French. Trying to get the rebound again. He has only 1 tonight.
Yeah, he's got to be smarter on that. You can't give up that foul. That is a foul that you don't want. From the backside, you've got no chance of getting the rebound.
What a turnaround in performances from one night to the next. French now with 3 fouls. Goes right to the bench. A little over a minute and a half into the second half.
Travis Ford's talking to him right now.
Toppin to Davis, uses the pick. Back to Mike Sell inside the Toppin. Difficult shot of the baseline off the backboard. And it's rebound Goodwin. Beats Davis to the hole. Can't quite get it to fall, but does draw the foul. Jordan Davis fouls Jordan Goodwin.
Let's not forget, as you watch St. Louis go to the free throw line, they're a team that on the regular season shot 59.9% from the stripe. You have to be better if you're going to advance in tournament play. That's just a fact.
Goodwin 8 points in the first half. He had 7 rebounds. Now has 9 points, 8 rebounds. Exactly what he had, or close to it, last night when he had 9 points and 10 boards. Makes both free throws. St. Louis back on top. Mentioned in the first half, Dayton hit a dry spell in the A-10 season where they went 3-3. They did win the final 3 games. They're unbeaten in March. They haven't played in 6 days until tonight. Shot clock down to 8. Toppin again. Missed his last couple of shots. Cunningham the rebound. And he's fouled as he goes up by Jordan Goodwin.
Good job by Dayton to finally come up with an offensive rebound. I believe that's their first of the evening.
First offensive rebound, you are correct. Also the first foul called against Goodwin.
Cunningham, a transfer out of Bradley University.
He's been pretty quiet tonight. That's his 5th point. By the way, that's the first free throw. They're 1 for 1 tonight. Not very often you hear of a team not even going to the line.
You had no second chance points. You had no offensive rebounds and no free throw attempts.
Toppin almost with the offensive rebound. Haven't been to the line, but it's held right there. And amazingly, they're right there, 31-31. Goodwin misses. And Bess with the offensive glass. Another offensive board for St. Louis. He'll shoot 2.
If you went up to Anthony Grant and said, well, with 17:23 left in the second half, you are going to just now get your first offensive rebound, and you're going to be outscored in second chance points 11-0, and you will not have shot a free throw, he would have thought he's getting drilled.
Right? Well, last night they were plus 22 in the rebounding margin in the victory against Richmond. Tonight it's a lot tighter. They're up 23-19 in that category. Billikens back up 2. Obi Toppin 0 for 2 in the second half. Missed a large part of that first half after a collision with DJ Foreman. And he has only 5 points. That's Landers up and in with a left hand.
Well, that middle area of the St. Louis defense was wide open. Made an extra pass, then dove it into the middle, and he had a lane right to the hoop. 2-3 zone out of the Flyers.
Isabel wide open 3, knocks it down. 18 points for number 2. And the lead back to 3.
Have a night, kid. Have a night.
Been having a lot of nights, averaging 21 points the last 7 games. Well on his way there tonight. Skip pass back to Crutcher for a good look at 3. Nails it.
Beautiful job to go over the top of the defense, kick it back. Excellent passing.
Well, the threes are matched. We're locked up at 36. St. Louis pulled away late last night. Just this kind of game against Richmond. A late run. A pretty job of using the basket to his advantage by DJ Foreman.
Yeah, I said to you earlier, get the ball to Foreman and let's see what he can do against Obi Toppin. Obi's a little passive right now. I don't know if it's because of the leg, because he wasn't in.
Foreman's first basket tonight. And Jordan Davis draws the foul against Fred Thatch Jr.
Scoring has picked up, starting with the Billikens. Well, Isabel is right at him. Toppin really did not provide a ton of resistance there. I don't know if he just didn't see him or if the leg is bothering him. I don't know.
Did have 2 big blocks to start the game. We haven't seen that same explosion. Going at Toppin, it's probably something they've been told to test out there in their own huddle.
No question about it.
Landers kicks it out to Davis, in and out. Rebound to DJ Foreman. Rebound advantage now 24 for St. Louis to 19 for Dayton. Isabel has the ball. He has a game-high 18 points. He's made 7 out of 13 shots, the exact same stat line he had last night. Great look inside to Goodwin, and he finishes.
What a pass. That I did not expect. I don't think anyone else did either. You figured he would shoot it. He has that range. Great pass, great steal.
Best with a steal, the defensive player of the year in this conference, brings it down. And now they slow it down. Isabel thought about it. Now goes with the 3, nails it. 21 points. Also has a game high or team high 3 assists. This is the largest lead so far for St. Louis.
Dayton is out of sync. There's another tip pass that Best got a hand on. But here comes Isabel, and he has that range. But look at that pass. Everyone's expecting him to take that shot, and he just makes a magnificent pass over the top. And then, is he going to pass it? No. He's going to knock it down from 26 feet.
3 3-pointers tonight. He's made over half of his 3-pointers in the 2 games here at the A10 tournament. Shot clock down to 2. Terrific look to Cunningham.
That's classic Dayton basketball. Make the extra pass. Go side to side and always find a better opportunity.
Dayton, the defending. Pardon me, Dayton coming in as the 3rd seed. We'll see how they play from behind now. They just cut the lead to 5. Shot clock to 8. Isabel forced that one, and the rebound to Trey Landers. Top rebounder for Dayton. Pushed up by Crutcher. Davis back to Landers. A little bit sloppy there. They're pulling out. Plenty of time now. Shot clock only at 17. Obi Toppin scoreless in the last 18 minutes and 30 seconds in this game. Looks for it inside. Now they get it to him. Has it blocked by French. And here comes Isabel. Spin, gives to Goodwin. 2 more.
Great decision. The layup was the easy part. Great decision by Isabel to find a cutter to dish it to.
That's the combo that's got it done for St. Louis. Isabel with 21, Goodwin with 14. Inside to Cunningham. Shot clock to 10. Number 10 for 3. Look at the follow. No good. And the rebound to Thatch Jr. Isabel to Best, now inside to French. No buckets yet for him tonight, but the assist travel before the assist.
Great pass. French with a great pass, and Best knew he needed an extra move and shuffled his feet.
Well, if you're Dayton, your top scorer, Obi Toppin, is not at his best. Only 5 points tonight.
But he's such a factor because of his athleticism and his length.
Who would you consider your top threat now, your number 1 option on offense, if it's not number 1?
I'm going into Josh Cunningham. He's a man down there.
Well, he's been efficient. He's made 3 of his 4 shots. Maybe they'll try and get him some more looks there inside. Now trailing by 7. Ball kicked by Bess.
Seven, 11 boards, 5 assists. Rest of the team's not giving you much, but those guys have got you a 7-point lead. St. Louis has made 5 of their last 6 shots. Dayton has missed 4 of their last 5.
Wow. Only 10 other points added by Billikens, not named Goodwin or Isabel. Crutcher's shot clock down to 9 seconds. Davis to Toppin. Still can't find it. Does get the offensive board. Trey Landers left wide open. Why not?
Well, they sandwiched Obi Toppin. I mean, they doubled him and said, you are not getting it into him. Trey Landers stepped up and buried a big shot.
Ended a 9-2 run for St. Louis. Dayton led by 1 at halftime. It was tied at 36. And now it's a 4-point Billiken lead. St. Louis coming in as the 6th seed against the 3rd-seeded Dayton Flyers. That's from way downtown. Wow.
My goodness.
24 points.
I saw him hoist that up and thought, no way.
Feeling it. Made 4 out of 6 3-pointers so far tonight. Obi Toppin, skip pass to Crutcher. Landers to Davis, now back inside the Toppin. Backs up, left hand, pretty shot, and they needed that.
Needed it, and they got him the ball a couple feet closer to the basket. With his length, he can get it up and score it.
7 points now for Toppin. He averages just over 14. He had gone 21 minutes without scoring. Isabel with the kick. Terrific passing and a strong finish. First basket tonight for Hassan French.
Back to 7. St. Louis keeps answering. Love this zone defense by St. Louis.
That was a nice look inside to Cunningham. Couldn't come up with it. Back to St. Louis. 3/4 of this game in the books. 6th-seeded St. Louis sniffing the upset here, leading Dayton by 7. And hoping to join Rhode Island, St. Bonaventure, and Davidson, the 3 teams already in the semifinals. Best pull up, nails it. Largest lead of the game at 9 points.
Well, that St. Louis contingent behind the bench, they are into this. Now, no one's sitting.
Billikens have made 8 of their last 9 shots. Davis all the way in. The runner bounces in. Lead back to 7. Now St. Louis finds himself in this spot here, Cap, where they can be awfully patient looking for a good shot with this kind of lead.
Give everyone a touch. Get the guy taking the shot that you want. And every time Dayton has scored, St. Louis has answered.
Isabel one-on-one against Crutcher. He's got 24. That's well short. Nice defense from Jalen Crutcher.
And that was not a good possession.
Now, prior to that, they had made 8 of their last 9 shots.
Well, here's an outstanding extra pass. And then you're not going to stop that guy. Big man's going to eat. And then you got Bess on a pull-up pop right there. Thought this last possession was too hungry. Too quick to take that shot from Isabel, and he's been magnificent.
3 fouls against Dayton in this half, 4 against St. Louis. Toppin, nice look to Mike Sell. He's short with it, though. Had a chance for the board, and that's French, only his second rebound tonight. Isabel all the way to the bucket, had it taken away by Trey Landers. Jordan Davis fights for it. Hassan French eventually comes up with it. And now we'll see if St. Louis shows the patience here with this possession.
It's like a hot potato knocked around.
Goodwin has 14 points, 9 rebounds, 14 turnovers against Dayton. Best tough shot. Short. Mike Sell rebound. Foul called against Isabel. That's his first. 5 team fouls now in this half against St. Louis.
And lead by example. We've been blessed to have experiences on and off the court, and we want these young men to be able to benefit from it firsthand.
All right, keep up the good work. Anthony Bonner is a legend for St. Louis basketball. He had his number retired. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, guys.
Hey, Tim, thank you. What a benefit for the young Billikens to have that man around to learn from.
And I called some games when he was playing at St. Louis. What a player that guy was.
Has to like what he sees so far. St. Louis leading by 7, but the foul called against Jordan Goodwin there. He's third, and that's a bit of an issue because he has 14 points and 9 rebounds. 6th team foul. So the next one puts Dayton in the bonus.
His number 34, by the way, retired by St. Louis University.
Dwayne Cohill with it now. Back to Crutcher. Shot clock at 6. Mike Sell's got to shoot it. And a rebound to Trey Landers, the top rebounder for Dayton. Kicks it out to Crutcher. Huge 3. And the lead is cut to 4.
And second chance points. They're starting to get some offensive rebounds and making opportunities count.
5th offensive rebound for Dayton right there. St. Louis has 11. Goodwin fighting against Mike Sell. Extra step, not called. Rebound Landers. Here comes Crutcher. They just hit 1-3. Now inside the Toppin. Pass to Landers. Couldn't get it to fall. Had a good look.
Wow, I don't know how that didn't drop.
It's right there at the rim. Isabel to Goodwin. Isabel with a game-high 24 points. He's made 4 out of 7 threes. Best with the shot clock to 8. Pulls up. Long rebound Crutcher. And that's 5 misses in a row for St. Louis. Toppin's open inside. Now he has it. Back to Toppin. Guarded by Thatch. Almost a turnover there. French out there guarding Crutcher. Shot clock to 6. Oh, wow.
Well, he knew he had a slower, bigger man on him, and he went right to the basket. Sensational job to finish the play.
By 2. You see there's 7-0 run by the Flyers. Obi Toppin missed a large amount of time in the first half after a collision with DJ Foreman. Has 1 bucket in the second half and 7 total points. He's their top scorer, averaging just over 14.
Got to get the ball in French's hands. Good things happen when he touches it.
Foul called against Dayton against Dwayne Cohill. That's his second. And team foul number 3 in the second half, so a ways to go for the bonus. Next foul committed by St. Louis will put the Flyers on the line. It's another foul drawn there by the Billikens. That's 14 fouls.
Anthony Grant, who normally is the picture of cool, he was none too pleased with that call.
It's 4th foul against Mike Sell. He's yet to score here tonight, 0 for 5. He goes to the bench with his team trailing by 2. My mind keeps going to last night. St. Louis winning exactly this kind of game here. Cap pulling away late against Richmond.
Imposing their will physically. Can they do that again? This is where I'd go. I'd go right here to this guy.
French only 2 points, gives it up. And third foul basically on this possession alone against Cunningham. DJ Foreman strong to the hole, and he'll go to the line.
I would do exactly what Travis Ford's doing. Going inside. Yeah, see, that is a foul on Josh Cunningham. There's a rule called the principle of verticality. And that says you as a defender own the space you're standing in perpetuity as high as you can reach. All the way up to the roof. But when your hands come down and impede on the offensive player's space, it's a foul on the defender. That was the right call.
Foreman, 53% free throw shooter, makes 1 out of 2. Inside of 5 minutes now. The third seed looking to make up that 3-point deficit. Crutcher sees an opening all the way in and lost control, but did draw the foul just before that happened.
It's got to be on DJ Foreman.
Yes, it is. Number 1 there.
Here comes the drive. No question about the contact.
Kind of saved him because he was on his way down with nowhere to go with the ball.
Nowhere to go.
So 7th foul called against St. Louis. Second foul against Foreman. Jalen Crutcher, 71% free throw shooter this season. His first one attempted tonight, and amazingly, Dayton, they're just 2 out of 3 from the line. Now 2 out of 4. They did not attempt a free throw in the first half. St. Louis, in case you're wondering, they're at 8 out of 11 from the line. Isabel with it, 24 points, easily a game high. Averaging 21 the last 7. Shot clock down to 8. Gives it to Goodwin. Pull up 3. Got it.
Wow. That's a massive shot. Massive.
17 points for Goodwin. He also has 9 rebounds, most in the game. Inside of 4 minutes. Dayton trailing by 5. Shot clock at 10.
1-3-1 has been very good for St. Louis.
Turnover ends up in the hands of Bess. 15th turnover committed by Dayton.
Got to get a good shot here. Don't need the first shot. You need a good shot.
41 of their 56 points have come from Isabel and Goodwin, both players in the game right now.
Dayton needs one and done. There's a defensive rebound. They have to get it.
French with his second bucket tonight puts his team up 7.
I'd go right back to that kid. They cannot stop him in there if they get it from the ball in the scoring area.
Largest lead for St. Louis is 9. Right now they're up 7. Billikens the 6th seed. Crutcher for 3, short. Rebound Cohill, blocked away by French. The bucket on one end and the block on the other.
Well, you got to make massive shots, but the game on the line, if you want to survive and advance in March, and they took him to the locker room and he was able to come back out. It's a gutty game performance, but he just doesn't look right.
They had the collision. If you weren't watching, he was driving to the basket, and a collision just under the basket with DJ Foreman, who's 6'8", 240. Went to the locker room, and as you can see, back in the game, but hasn't been quite himself since. Bess all the way in, up for 2, and the lead back to 9. Ties their largest lead of the night.
Well, Dayton's got to be quick, but not in a hurry. You know what I mean? If you get a good look, take it.
Mike Sell hasn't hit one yet. Not even close. Rebound French quickly to Bess. Billikens in control, 2:27 and counting, and leading by 9. They were a popular pick to win the conference 3 or 4 months ago. Didn't go that way, but you're seeing that kind of talent tonight.
But these guys can play.
Bess just hit 2, pulls up. biggest lead, first time it's hit double digits.
Yeah, I think that might be the dagger.
Inside of 2 minutes now. Cohill all the way in and was fouled by Goodwin. 9-0 run right now for St. Louis.
Yeah, veterans making plays. Best, Michigan State transfer. He just does what good players do. Head and shoulder fake. Get Mike Sell in the air. Then he hits a step back. I just don't see the firepower. If Toppin isn't right, which he doesn't look right, I just don't see the offensive firepower tonight for Dayton. Mike Sell's had a very rough night. Going with a much more perimeter-oriented lineup now, along with Toppin.
Well, St. Louis has been a different team since Isabel has become hot. He's got the ball right now. The last 7 games coming into this one, averaging over 21 points. Now he has 24 tonight. You start fouling?
Look, they shoot 59.9%. I don't want Bess at the line. Anybody else? Yes.
Bess was big at the free throw line last night. Remember how much they were struggling against Richmond, and he stepped up, made 5 out of 6 from the line, an 80% free throw shooter for the season.
You've got to nail games down. When you get a chance to walk to the line, put it back to 11, now 10 if you can make this one. You've got to make free throws.
Makes 1 out of 2, lead back to 10.
Dayton is 5 of 16 in the second half on 2-point shots. They were 9 of 10 in the first half.
Obi Toppin, the last one up the court there, Cap, struggling just to jog up and down the court. 1:30 left now, lead 10. Tough defense by French. Ball kicked out to Bess. Foul called, and the man with 24 points already will go back to the line.
There's some jawing going on, and now Bess, the senior, goes over and says, hey, we're good. He and Cohill got into it.
But Cap, we haven't even made the semifinals yet, and already we have the #1 seed knocked off today. And with a 10-point lead, 1:23 left, looks like a strong chance the 3 seed will go down as well.
Once VCU went down, in fact, once Marcus Evans was injured, even if VCU had won, you thought this thing's wide open. Wide open. The officials are going to the monitor, which they are allowed to do here, and look to see if we have anything flagrant. Was there contact above the shoulders? Was there anything malicious? There's flagrant 1 and there's flagrant 2. So if you look at those 2 fouls, flagrant 2 is an ejectable foul. Flagrant 1 is unnecessary and excessive. And we'll see what they call.
That did not appear to be excessive to me
either. I just thought it was an obvious foul situation that needs to get into it here.
You see this kind of foul in every game.
Every game. There's nothing malicious there. Nothing.
The official talking to Cap right now. Got a little explanation. What'd you learn there?
And they did. They looked at the dead ball activity, which they're allowed to use the monitor for. No flagrant 1, no flagrant 2.
So Isabel goes to the line, and it's amazing they're up 10 when you consider Hassan French, who had 22 and 12 last night, has 4 points and 4 boards. 1 and 1 missed. Here comes Dayton. Davis has it rejected by French. Second block here late in the second half. And Dayton cut the lead, if you remember, back to 52-50. The Billikens on an 11-3 run since then. Crusher crossover, tried to get it to Toppin. French had his hand on it. Ball was kicked. It comes back to St. Louis. Thatch Jr. comes in. French goes out. 16th turnover committed by Dayton. St. Louis in the turnover margin, only 7. Bess has that one knocked away. Almost a turnover, inside a minute now. Thought about the finish there. They have 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Toppin thought about fouling.
Toppin's leg is just dragging behind him. He is giving you a gutty effort. He really is. But he is struggling.
Crutcher ahead to Davis. Knocks down the 2. They need a lot more now, trailing by 8. Well, St. Louis picked up victory number 20 on the season last night against Richmond. And awfully close now to making it 21-12. They were 10-8 in conference play. Travis Ford has his team thinking about playing tomorrow against Davidson. That game, if that's how it plays out, will come after St. Bonaventure against Rhode Island. The Rams beat number 1 seed VCU in the first game today.
With all they've gone through, their top recruit was a starter, transferred in December up to DePaul, and they had to change the way they played because he was a guy they had built a lot of stuff around. He decides to leave for whatever reason. These guys have come together through injury, a short roster, a 50-year-old former player having to come in and practice. You got to tip your cap to that guy, Travis Ford. 21 wins with all they've gone through. He deserves a lot of credit.
Third season, those 21 wins look pretty good. It was 12 his first and 17 before they're about to hit 21. They go ahead and write it in tomorrow in the semifinals. A couple of underdogs will be there in the first game. 8-seeded Rhode Island against St. Bonaventure. And the St. Louis Billikens, the number 6 seed, about to complete the upset of number 3 Dayton. And tomorrow, St. Louis will take on Davidson.
That's a magnificent win. Tip your cap. Magnificent win.
Isabel and Goodwin combined for 41 of the points.